Hey guys, it's CL, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I make brand new Critical Role recaps every Monday at noon, and would be happy to have you join the party. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe, and hit the Bertrand bell to be notified of future videos. Now, without further ado, let's discuss the 35th episode of Campaign 3 of Critical Role. Welcome to Hellville, population me. It's been 2 weeks since the fateful day we said goodbye to Laudna of Whitestone, and I miss her. I even fooled myself during the announcements while Marisha attempted to turn off Sam's advertising bot that she would stick around for the show, and we would learn what's giving Pate a chubba this week. But it almost hurt seeing Ashley in that middle seat, but to no avail. Let's not let my sadness get in the way of the recap. Speaking of, did you notice Matt during the recap revealed Otohun's official title as the Legend of the Peaks? What do you think that means? The episode begins as our heroes, Belle's Hells, are setting sail on the Silver Sun, and they decide to speak more with Armand Treshy now that they're finally out of Bossaris and are potentially safe. They even check the magic orb that Eshteros gave them, remembering Laudna had planted Treshy's ring on her the previous day. However, the item is dulled without a glow, letting us know that they're at least 4 miles clear of the nightmare herself. Imogen delves into Armand Treshy's mind, and we find out that he doesn't really know much else besides Gianna Hexam's involvement in the Potions of Possibility and the Residuum being moved, despite trying to bribe his way out of the Hell's custody. I don't know why, but part of me almost feels bad for him. Yes, he made some mistakes, and he was moving illegal goods and doing it for, the Queen of Evil herself, but it's not like he knew what it was for. So he's resigned to a life in jail that he deserves, but what if Otohun finds him? That would be scary. While Imogen's exploring his mind, I almost thought his train of thought would be an endless loop of, I'm a gummy bear, no, I'm a gummy bear. Don't know why, don't ask. Proving himself worthless, they throw him into the mold storage for the remainder of the trip back to Drusar. They have some rough encounters with sandstorms during their travels, one even going as far to damage their ship and toss the majority of them overboard. But Imogen's fly spell and FCG's newly revealed hand propeller guides them away from the scary pincers of a large sand monster. Belle's Hells still have a problem though. They have no real solution on how to bring Laudna back to the land of the living. They decide to once again reach out to Keyleth, the voice of the Tempest, and request a meeting. She apologizes, saying she has some business to deal with in Vasselheim, but to pick a tree and she'll get to them as soon as she can. The party also dares to reach out to another potential ally that I don't think was such a good idea to reach out to, Gianna Hexam. With their now antagonistic relationship with the Paragon's Call and the Legend of the Peaks, what prevents Gianna from selling them out on their location, or how to get into contact with them? She works with Otohun. I just don't know if it's such a good idea to mess with her anymore, considering her connections. She's pretty vague when Fresh Cut Grass requests help to bring back their friend, not really giving any clue to what she would want in return should she reach out to her connections. But I think we all know what she would want. Some of that golden metal loving. Imahara Joe is probably not the only one with a boner for peeking under the Aormaton's hood. Arriving in Drusar, Belle's Hells immediately go and visit Daddy Eshteros. Goodness, I've missed his handsome paranoia. When they reach his abode, it's been boarded up for his protection against Otohun following their warning to him. However, once checking the coast is clear, he welcomes them inside to receive payment for the capture of Treshy. 700 to 800 platinum, by the way. Welcome back, Sugar Daddy. And sadly reveals he doesn't know anyone immediately who can help out with Laudna's situation, as that magic is incredibly rare. However, he does manage to set up a favor with Manaya from the Parlor of the Collective. She may be able to help transport them somewhere to have the ritual done should they need it. With the possibility of heading to Vasselheim or Whitestone, the party heads to visit Orlana Shashandri of the Shande Quorum to turn in Armand Treshy for his misdoings. They're paid handsomely upon turning him over, even learning that they beat out Artana Vo for the coin and attempted to warn the woman of the Nightmare King and the Cerberus Assembly. However, they're unable to provide proof of their association, recalling leaving behind the black box with their symbol in case that could be tracked. But Laudna notes this and reveals she has some familiarity with the Nightmare King and his playing of both sides. What would you have done in this situation? They didn't reveal any of the ruinous information they uncovered, leaving the subject that ties everything together a mystery. I know information can be dangerous, especially in the hands of a politician, but do you think they should be warning the world of what may be living just over their heads in the sky? Or the people on the ground who literally want to bring the moon to them? That night, Ashton requests for FCG and Imogen to dive into their mind once again for more information on what happened the night of his death. They remember Milo working on them, the potion of possibility being poured into their head once all else failed. And Imogen's able to pierce the veil and see stars and endless voids of possibility. Could it be the potion showing all of the paths they could have taken or might take? Or could this be something different? That maybe Ashton, the moment the liquid seeped into their veins, became consecuted, touched by the dodecahedron, the beacon, and we're just witnessing the past or future lives connected that Ashton will be part of in the web of fate. When the pair of mind readers try to exit, they become trapped, but Imogen manages to push her way out of the glass-like prison. FCG becomes Ashton. He can feel pain. Everything hurts at all times. The gold that veins through their body, it's beautiful, but it feels like knives every time they move. It was a beautiful understanding to how Ashton functions as a human being. The table was dense for a moment. There's a lot of heaviness in the campaign right now, and I'm excited that we're finally uncovering some of these secrets. But luckily, they're able to escape Ashton's mind fortress, to which he thanks them, and the next morning the party go and meet with Manaya of the Collective. Finding her in an architectural forest of sorts, they try and settle on where to go as their best chance for reviving Laudna. They reach out one more time to the voice of the Tempest, asking if they can come meet her. But luckily they don't have to turn in that favor yet. In the middle of the forestry, a portal opens, revealing Keyleth of the Arashari herself. It feels so good to see her again. It's so similar to how I felt when the Mighty Nine had the opportunity to meet Allura from Campaign 1. It's just so exhilarating. I also like that the one time they meet a past character, the one who played her wasn't even present at the table. The Hells show her Laudna and request her help to bring her back. Laudna's face is one I don't think Keyleth could ever forget. Shocked and confused, the druid opens another portal and the party follow her into Whitestone. What did you guys think of the episode? What are your theories on the maze with Ashton's mind? Fern could sense the tiny shadowed figures in their sparking head as letters and Imogen. What does that mean? Also, the glass, the crystallized walls, weren't the only ones that they saw there. They also saw fleshy, human ones. That's another reason I think Ashton may be consecuted and was connected maybe to a past life of someone in the Ashari village that was mentioned last episode. Also, something of note is Chetney may be losing control. During one of the nights on the ship traveling back to Drusar, he stares up at the moon in the Marquesian sky, and he hears howling. But it's him howling. Are we nearing a time where we may see Chetney get out of control? He also revealed he had some history in Vasselheim. What do you think that was and that he did there? You know, besides one too many trips to get his wood maintained at a brothel. Speaking of Vasselheim, what is Keyleth doing there? I kind of think that she may also be aware of these new texts that have been found about the moon and the two deities that seem to be long forgotten. Weren't those texts found in Vasselheim? How did you feel seeing Keyleth again? It made me so warm and fuzzy, and it's been nearly 5 years since we said goodbye to Vox Machina. And they were my first love, so it's kind of a special occurrence. I think part of me is a little scared of what might happen, especially with all the Delilah links. I'm afraid we may lose Laudna depending on how the Derolos act. Are you guys excited to at least see maybe Percy and Vex and possibly even Pike? She could be the one that brings Laudna back to life. I hate that we have to wait 2 weeks for all of this to play out. Please leave your comments below. I'm just dying to hear what you guys are thinking. It's literally my favorite part of posting videos, and this is just so juicy. I need to know. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe, and check out my other recaps of Campaign 3 on my channel or my album Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there. Good day, my friends.